Dua Lipa, Grammy Award winner Wonder Girl. With her smash single, New Rules, and the album, Future Nostalgia, British-Kosovar-Albanian singer-songwriter Dua Lipa won the Grammy Award for Best New Artist. Singer-songwriter Dua Lipa was born in London to Kosovar-Albanian immigrants who fled to the United Kingdom in the late 1990s and early 2000s. She is called Dua, Albanian for love, and there is no middle name for her. At the age of 15, Lipa moved to London on her own to pursue a career in music. Several years previously, her family had returned to Kosovo from the United States. Before signing with a record company, she utilized social media to advertise herself. Lipa's first album was described as dark pop, while her second, the critically acclaimed Future Nostalgia, had more upbeat songs. Elton John, Miley Cyrus, and Chris Martin are just a few of the musicians that have worked with Lipa. It was on August 22, 1995, when Dua Lipa was brought into the world in London, England. To avoid war in the former Yugoslavia, Lipa's parents, Dukagjin and Anessa, departed Pristina, Kosovo in 1992. Serbian President Slobodan Milosevic singled them out because of their ethnicity as Kosovar Albanians. Lipa's parents fled their home country and settled in London. In order to make ends meet in their new house, Lipa's parents, who both attended school full-time, both worked in restaurants. Lipa was born in 1995. Lipa's first song was written when she was 4 years old. Her father had been a member of a rock band when he was in dentistry school, and her mother was a singer. As a result of her father being a musician, music simply sort of had a significant effect on me, she said in an interview. The likes of Blondie, Prince, Bob Dylan, Sting, and Pink were among the musicians she listened to as a child. Lipa's parents decided to return to their own country in 2006 because they believed it was safe. Lipa, 11, and her two younger siblings, Rina and Gin, were taken back to Kosovo. Even though Lipa had been exposed to Albanian as a child, the relocation showed that her language abilities were not up to snuff in a classroom setting. Her Albanian did become better with time, however. While her family was in London, she was able to establish acquaintances who informed her about the fighting in Kosovo. It was via Kosovo's mostly hip-hop dominated musical landscape that Lipa discovered new music. In London, Lipa moved in with a family acquaintance at the age of 15. In order to further her studies, she was able to persuade her parents to agree to the relocation. After Lipa's family moved to Kosovo, she returned to the Sylvia Young Theatre School in London, where she'd previously trained. Additionally, in an effort to get more exposure, she uploaded cover versions of popular songs on YouTube. For her, the Justin Bieber effect of being discovered on YouTube was a goal she had in mind long before she even heard of Justin Bieber. By working at a restaurant, Lipa made money. She also joined up with a modeling agency, hoping that it would help her career progress. There were few jobs for her since she didn't want to lose weight as the agency requested. Lipa is still all about the music, as seen by her SoundCloud postings. She sang in an X Factor ad even though she didn't compete on the talent competition program. After a while, Lipa was approached about a publishing agreement, which put in motion a series of fortunate occurrences. Lipa sought the opinion of a lawyer about the transaction. Lana Del Rey was handled by the same person the lawyer referred her to. This manager ended up signing Lipa. Lipa signed a record contract in 2015. That year, she released her first song, New Love. It wasn't until 2017 that her self-titled album finally came out. Until New Rules was released, that album's singles enjoyed mediocre popularity. There have been more than 2 billion views of the video for that mega hit on YouTube. IDGAF, a second single from the album, has been certified platinum. There was some blowback for Lipa, such as criticism of her choreography in 2018, when she rose to prominence. She, on the other hand, was unfazed and turned the criticism into motivation for her dancing practice sessions. Lipa won Best New Artist at the 2019 Grammy Awards. For Electricity, she also received a Grammy for Best Dance Album. Future Nostalgia, Lipa's second album, was more intimate than her initial effort. She'd came up with the album's title while vacationing in Las Vegas, and she was credited as the songwriter on every track. It was around this time in early March 2020 when Lipa was getting ready to release her new album Future Nostalgia. As a result of the COVID-19 epidemic, the album was leaked online. Lipa, on the other hand, opted to release Future Nostalgia a week ahead about going forward with the album release in light of the global crisis, even though the leak had put her in a precarious situation. Fortunately, people liked what she did. On her previous albums, Lipa referred to her music as dark pop, but her new material is more upbeat. The songs evoke the sounds of the 70s, 80s, and 90s while still including contemporary elements. The week after her album's release, Lipa became Spotify's most listened to female artist. A tour in 2020 was out of the question, but Lipa broadcast her Studio 2054 event in November, which included Kylie Minogue, Bad Bunny, and John. An all-time high of over 5 million viewers tuned in to watch the broadcast, making it the most watched paid stream ever. Lipa was nominated for 6 Grammy Awards this year. Best Pop Vocal Album went to Future Nostalgia. It has been shown that Lipa is a supporter of the Palestinian people, women's rights, the Black Lives Matter movement, and LGBTQ rights. As a supporter of Bernie Sanders, she has encouraged people in the United Kingdom to cast their ballots for the Labour Party. It was Lipa's goal to help young people in Kosovo by founding the Sunny Hill Foundation with her father. As a result of her family's history, she is worried about the future of immigrants and refugees in the United Kingdom after Brexit. A model's younger brother, Anwar Hadid, has been Lipa's boyfriend since 2019. Lipa was previously linked to Isaac Carew before meeting Hadid.